Anyway, to stay on topic.
Yeah, I don't know how we got there. 2022 is
we
the year.
highlighted all the best of 2021, but we got a whole new year coming up with some great movies, and I thought, for ourselves, we could just highlight the stuff, be reminded of movies coming out, but also for anyone listening to kind of keep on your radar, because sometimes it's really hard to be aware that certain really good movies are coming out because they don't all get amazing marketing pushes.
Exactly.
And to help you be on the lookout for all these great movies, we thought we'd just run through some movies coming out this year.
Some things that we're looking forward to.
Yeah. And we'll just see where the conversation takes us.
Yeah. You never know where it might go.
Some might say that's unprofessional of us not have it planned out, but that's where we are.
Look, we can appreciate anything we want to. This is our space. It's safe to appreciate here.
Yeah. Well, there is one coming out this coming up weekend. So when this episode's released, it would have already come out, but the new Scream. Have you had this on your radar?
Yeah, I've seen some ads for it. And I think it might be one of those movies that's going to be sneaky, like really good.
Yeah.
Because it's impossible to do 4 or 5 sequels to a movie or something. And as an audience member, sometimes you're like, okay, are you beating a dead horse a little bit? But I feel like this is going to be one of those franchises that comes out with like a big swing.
Yeah. Well, and the Scream franchise is always... This is a legacy sequel that's becoming a thing now. Yeah. The Scream franchise has always been very meta and has been a commentary on horror movies in general. And so you already have that element. Add to it the fact that it's now a sequel legacy. I think there's a danger that it become like over the top pretentious, but this is the same creative team that made Ready or Not from a couple years ago. Did you watch that movie?
I did. I really enjoyed Ready or Not.
That was a pleasant surprise.
It really was.
So that's coming out this weekend or this past weekend if you're listening. So I'm really excited about that. Were you a big Scream guy? Oh yeah.
I watched Scream a lot when it came out and in high school and stuff like that. I remember watching Scream a lot back then.
Yeah.
I've grown a greater appreciation for it.
Yeah.
Like in the past 5 years probably than I had back then.
I've kind of viewed it as one a number of times, but I don't think I've seen the sequels. I need to.
I've probably only seen the sequels once.
How do you feel about these legacy sequels just starting over with the original name, even though they're still a continuation? Like Scream 2022 is just called Scream.
Yeah.
The new iteration of Halloween in 2018, Halloween.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that? Because I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't, because it becomes really confusing to talk about.
I don't mind it, honestly.
Yeah.
I think, I just think that it's a little less campy for it to be like, it's Scream, but it's the new one. Like no one is confused by the fact that like there's a new one coming out.
Well,
like it doesn't have to be named like Scream back then, but now it's now. Like it's like, oh, okay, now I know it's the new one.
Coming this January, Scream back then, but now it's now. And not then. Scream 5, but now.
Yeah, Scream 5, yeah.
Yeah. Good luck, graphic designer, fitting that in the image.
No kidding.
No, but it's just, I understand why you don't want to call it Scream 5, because then you get all these people coming into it going like, oh, it's the 5th movie. Like, I can't watch it. I haven't seen, 1 through 4.
Yeah.
And they probably make the movie to where anyone could watch it and still understand. But like, it just becomes confusing with Halloween. Like I have to be like Halloween, the original, or Halloween 2018.
Well, Andrew, we have to admit, we must admit, the way Halloween has kind of created all their other movies.
That's a whole nother thing.
Insanely confusing.
The timeline for
so confusing.
Because this last Halloween, I was catching up on the Halloween sequels I never watched.
Yeah.
And Anna would be next to me and she'd tune in and tune out, blah, blah, blah. But she'd ask me these questions. I sounded like I needed to be institutionalized the way I was breaking down the timeline.
It's crazy, man, how they decided to lay that out. Well, and it's like now the new movies exclude certain movies.
Yeah.
So you have to know like what movies are included into the the world.
I was like, okay, there's originally like 1 through 5 or 1 through 6, but then when Halloween H2O came out, that only incorporated Halloween 1 and Halloween 2. But then this latest reboot of Halloween 2018 does not even count Halloween 2. It's just the original John Carpenter Halloween, and then it's 2018 Halloween. And you sound like a crazy person.
You know what? That. This has nothing to do with Halloween. How good is the Thing?
You know what? Gosh darn it. You're right. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
You know what? That might be one of my favorites.
It's like the time of year when you watch it, when you're just like, you're cold. It's snowing outside. You feel trapped in like.
Yeah. This weekend, it's going to be like 16 degrees outside. Ooh, I should watch the Thing. That's going to be a good one.
Do you think you would have made it if you were one of those guys trapped? No. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
I don't. I actually think, I was discussing this at work the other day. Yeah. I actually think in like a survival scenario, I would do decent, but that is just so banana pants crazy. Like, no, how could you live through that? Yeah. You'd have to be Kurt Russell.
I know that I would try too hard to argue why I am not infected, that it would come across as shady.
We would lock you up so
either they'd be like, he's arguing too hard, or they go, this guy's annoying, so let's just kill him.
Either way, you're getting...
Yeah.
You're not in a good spot.
So, another movie coming out towards the beginning of the year, in a couple of months. Mm-hmm. We have the Uncharted movie with Tom Holland. What do you feel about that? Because I'm mixed. I don't know what to make of it.
I think that it's going to be a super fun movie to watch. Mm-hmm. I don't think there'll be a ton more to it.
I don't know. Everything I've seen about it just looks like... It doesn't look bad, but it looks like, okay.
It looks like it's going to be super fun and popcorn and just a blast to go see. I bet it'll be a blast.
It's directed by Ruben Fleischer, the guy who did the Zombieland movies. Mm-hmm. He did Venom. So he's competent. You know?
No, I bet there'll be a blast.
I don't know.
Have you heard about Cyrano? Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, with Peter Dinklage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's another weird movie where it came out limited last year.
Yeah. So it's not technically.
So it's like not technically a 2022.
But it's the wide releases this year.
But I'm curious to watch it.
I'm super curious to watch it. I actually think he's an amazing actor. I think he's really, really good. In everything I've seen him in, he's been super good.
Yeah. Real quick though, the Uncharted storyline is actually about me. I'm just gonna
your distant relative.
Yeah. Right. So the Uncharted is about someone, Nathan Drake, who's related to Sir Francis Drake, the pirate. But my last name is actually Drake. I'm a real human being. Our family has traced our ancestry back to Sir Francis Drake. So basically, Uncharted is a loose adaptation about
me. You're gonna get a residual check for like 10 cents.
I should be invited to the I should be invited to the premiere. Honestly.
Yeah. Let's see if we can make that happen.
Let's make it happen. Hashtag Andrew Drake to Uncharted premiere.
Is there a way to make it any longer? Nope. 2022.
I thought you were gonna say shorter. I was like, no. Okay. Oh, speaking.
Go ahead.
You go. You just winked at me. Whoa! I was like, whoa.
My left eye gets dry. I am strangely, because I haven't been like a huge fan of these movies in the past.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the new Jackass.
Oh yeah, that was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it. The trailer looks insane.
Here's my thing with those movies. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm totally open.
I'm already agreeing.
I'm totally open to re-examining them with fresh eyes, but seriously, throughout my life, every single person who's been really, really into the Jackass movies has been an insufferable human being, and I could never separate like the quality of person from the movies.
You went with the word insufferable there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, because it's the best way to say it.
I got you. No, I think this new one though, I mean, it just looks so crazy. I must say.
And it's like the last one, right? It's like their last rodeo.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Wow, yeah.
But I must say, I am a sucker for like just seeing crazy people do like really insane things on film. Mm-hmm. I think it's partially why I'm attracted to climbing documentaries, because I think those people are literally bonkers, like for doing that stuff. I think they're crazy for doing that stuff. And so I am kind of attracted to that sort of thing. I think this one could be kind of interesting. I think that they're going to introduce some other style of things too. Like, remember Bad Trip from earlier this year?
Oh yeah.
Like it was real pranks that they were pulling.
Yeah,
that they were
but
shooting.
they had like a narrative through line.
Yeah. I think they're going to do a little bit of that interspersed in there, that style of thing. But I don't know. That's coming out, and I would be curious to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know. Oh, speaking of another legacy horror sequel, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is coming out. There's a new one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I love watching all those movies.
I don't think there's like anyone.
Have you seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2?
I haven't. I've heard it's like a fun romp.
It's another level of crazy, man.
But
what about Black Phone? Have you heard anything about the Black Phone?
Dude, that is high on my list.
Yeah,
okay, Scott Derrickson. You know, he made a Sinister, really solid, creepy film. Yeah. But it's based on a Joe Hill short story. Joe Hill is the son of Stephen King. I have read the collection of short stories that the Black Phone is in. I think the movie is going to, from what I've read in the trailer, it's going to flesh out a little bit more and change things up. But it was a really solid short story. Basically, the premise of the short story is this kid gets kidnapped and gets locked into like this dark cellar.
That's never good.
Never what you want.
It's never what you want.
And you know, the guy who kidnaps him is kind of creepy, talks with him, and he never really reveals why he did it. And the kid's trying to like suss it out because like he's not like touching him, he's not beating him, he's just kind of like coming in, talking, and then moving, and you know what I mean? Yeah. But when the abductor is away, there's a phone in the room that's not connected. There's no wires. It's just like an old dead phone. Yeah. And it starts to ring. And the kid will answer it, and he'll get this voice of another kid. And it kind of cuts in and out. And that's kind of all I'll say. But I don't know. I'm really excited. Joe Hill himself has said it's a really good adaptation. And I think it premiered at South by Southwest, and it got a lot of really good reviews. So
Ethan Hawke looks terrifying in that movie too.
I read that Ethan Hawke had been under a like no bad guys rule.
Really?
Yeah, and he broke it to be in this.
Oh, I heard that same thing actually. Yeah, I saw an interview about that.
He didn't want to play like evil people anymore, and he broke that rule because he wanted to be a part of this. So I'm really excited for the Black Phone.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah. Okay, what else? Okay, well, obviously, there's the Batman. Yeah. I think we've talked about that before, but that just looks...
Looking forward to it.
That looks so good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. Whew. I mean, you don't want to get your hopes up too high. No. This is how these things go. You talk about it too much, you watch the trailers too much, you get too excited, then you go in, you know, and you get let down. I know. So I'm not getting my hopes up too high. I'm just going to go and enjoy it. I think it's going to be a super fun movie.
At the very least,
see what happens.
It's going to look beautiful because Matt Reeves can, you know, Matt Reeves along with I think Greg Fraser is doing the cinematography. He's done a lot of really cool work. But yeah, I think at the very least it's going to look really good. Yeah. But everyone has it on their radar.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what about The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, the Nick Cage movie where he plays himself?
Oh man. I mean, you know.
I don't think I've actually read the official synopsis of this.
I saw the trailer for it. Have you seen the trailer? I mean, it looks like it's a full-blown comedy. I mean,
Pedro Pascal's in it.
Yeah, it's a full-blown comedy.
Yeah, and I think Tiffany Haddish.
I think as a full-blown comedy, it's going to work great.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, it needs to be a little self-aware.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think it'll be really funny and
so, dude, after Pig,
fun to watch.
I've never been in doubt of Nick Cage's acting ability. I know in the general kind of zeitgeist, people have kind of been making fun of him, but
yeah, dude. I think, I mean, you know, for years I've been saying these kinds of things, but I genuinely don't believe that Nick Cage is a bad actor. I think there has never been a moment where he hasn't taken a big swing. And he just takes big swings. He doesn't hold back. And I think people think he's weird sometimes for like just taking really big swings. And I just couldn't disagree more. I think he's just out here making as much stuff as he possibly can.
Yeah.
And I do not think he's a bad actor. He's not a bad actor.
I think the performances he's turned in where people have made fun of, even if you think it's bad, it's like, if you just really look at it with an open mind, it's not that he's like trying to be good and failing. He's taking these big creative swings.
Yeah.
It's not like he just doesn't know what he's doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's trying to like stretch himself.
I don't believe that he's unaware of what it is that he's doing. I think he's completely aware of what it is that he's doing. And he's trying things that he knows may not go over like great for everyone that's watching it, but that's what he's doing. Like he's fully stretching out. It's like the famous SNL skit where Will Ferrell is playing the cowbell, you know, and he needs more cowbell, and he says, really explore the studio space. Yeah. Nick Cage is exploring every nook and cranny of the space, you know, and dude, some people think it's super weird. And
you have to see Pig. He is so good.
Dude, I'm planning
a video on it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's just taken me a really long time to get around to it. I don't know why. I think it's because, I've got no excuses.
Okay. There's also The Northman coming out.
Oh man, yeah, that looks
with Robert Eggers.
That looks really, really cool.
He's such an intriguing filmmaker.
It looks really stunning.
I'll never forget watching The Witch in theaters and being so riveted and captivated and like really enjoying it. And then at the end, like all these like teenagers above us just being like, what was that? And like laughing. And I'm just like, those poor commoners.
Oh my gosh.
They just don't get it.
I need that soundbite of you rolling your eyes from last episode.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm not the only one.
I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed The Lighthouse, but was that what his last movie was? Yeah. But maybe I need to rewatch it. I didn't love it as much as The Witch.
Yeah, I only watched it once. I've only seen it once. I liked it. But the thing that I liked the most about it, I don't have any really, really deep insights about the story or like the structure or how it was filmed or anything like that.
Yeah.
All I can say is that it elicited like a physical response from me of like, I felt like that sense, you had just that sense of dread and like stress and like anxiousness about like being stuck on this in this place, and that's miserable. And like I felt like the movie did a really good job of kind of putting you in that place.
I felt like if I had books, I'd be fine.
I think if you'd be fine in most situations if you had books.
It's like, oh, leave me on a little island with a lighthouse. Give me some books. Yeah, you know, like I'm not saying it's gonna be like a cakewalk, but
yeah.
Some
of that movie though too is really funny. There's some really funny dark humor moments in that movie.
Okay, let me speed it up a little bit so we're not here for 3 hours.
But, all right. I'm
just gonna throw some stuff out there, and if you feel like it catches your attention, you let me know.
All right.
Okay, we also have of course we got like the Doctor Strange sequel, Multiverse of Madness. The reason I bring that up, Sam Raimi's coming back. I'm a huge fan of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man film, so I'm really excited to see. He hasn't made a film since Oz the Great and Powerful in 2013.
Wow.
So I'm really excited. I know he's kind of like in the studio machine of Marvel, but I'm really hoping his like, you know, his personal touch comes through.
Yeah. What do you think about Ambulance?
The Michael Bay movie. Okay, here's the thing about Michael Bay.
Yeah. Let's talk about
Michael Bay.
Let's talk about this.
Look, I'm not gonna do a full like we need to reconsider him as a filmmaker completely like I've done with Shyamalan.
Yeah.
But I think it's still a little unfair to just dismiss him outright. He is a filmmaker that definitely gets lost and overindulges himself in the excess of cinema. I get the critiques that like he literally tries to make every single shot, whether it helps the story or not, look like crank it up to 11. I get that, but it's rare today in modern blockbuster cinema where there's someone who's making movies on that big of a scale being released to that many people that feels so singular.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
What other big blockbuster filmmakers feel that distinct in the movies they're making?
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're like the best made.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I actually think that, I can't remember exactly. Oh, we were talking about Don't Look Up a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
And I said to you, I think you may be holding its feet to the fire a little too hard.
I mean, I wasn't, but
anyway, I think that with Michael Bay, I don't think he's taking himself necessarily as seriously as everybody else is. All the time. And with that being said, that may or may not be true. I could be totally off base, but I think that he has some very good moments in some of his movies. And not to say as a whole that the whole movie is good, but there have been some of his movies recently that had great moments in them. And a film that I'm thinking of recently, I want to say it was it 13 Hours?
Yeah.
That was not a bad movie.
I've heard that one's actually pretty good.
It's pretty, I mean, it's an action movie. Like, it's an action movie. But John Krasinski's really good in it. And, it is not perfect by any means, but it's a really good it's a really good action and a really good war movie, I thought. I was really surprised whenever I saw it.
Yeah.
It was like on TV one day. I just put it on and I was like, you can tell from how it's shot that it's a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah. Well, I'm also curious because like at this point, Jake Gyllenhaal can make whatever movie he wants. Yeah. And I'm just like,
what drew him in?
What drew him to work with Michael Bay?
First of all, it's called Ambulance.
Yeah. Ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That made me chuckle when I saw the title card and they, highlighted LA. I'm like, oh, I wonder where this movie takes place in. But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, yeah, it's like, I think Michael Bay has trouble like using discretion in his like cinematic language where again, he tries to make every shot look as epic as possible. Sometimes that really serves the story. Other times it's like, it's distracting. Yeah. But again, like when we're getting 1 million blockbusters a year and they all feel like they're made by the same person, even when they're not, it's really refreshing to see a movie that feels so singular, even if it's messy, like Michael Bay. Yeah. But yeah, I'm curious to watch it.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see. Looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to Morbius?
No. I mean, with Morbius, I'm going to wait. And if like the general consensus is, oh, that's better than I thought, I might check it out. But yeah, hasn't really sold me. There's no official title yet, but Knives Out 2, I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, man. Have you heard about this movie coming out, Bullet Train?
Yeah, the new David Leitch movie. Yeah. With
Bradley.
Good old Bradley Pitt. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Mr. Pitt. Could be cool.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, man.
Dude.
I feel like Taika Waititi is one of those guys that just can do no wrong right now. Yeah. It just seems like everything he does
His movies are so fun.
Really good right now.
Yeah. I'm really excited.
Are you looking forward to the new Fantastic Beasts that's coming out?
Dude, no.
Do you care about those?
The most recent one, I'm going to be honest, I actually enjoyed the first one. Yeah. The second one, man, was so dull. It was so inert. Yeah. It just like, I mean, it was really well photographed. It looked beautiful, but it was just like, it just cracks me up with each new movie. They make the Fantastic Beasts portion of the title like so much harder to read and smaller in font. Yeah. Like this one, like you have to have a magnifying glass to see the Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Dumbledore or whatever the title is. Yeah. And it's just like, okay, they don't know where they're going. Oh, dude, the new Jordan Peele movie. Nope. It's just called Nope. Yeah. There's literally no synopsis. It's just, that's all you need to know. Jordan Peele.
There's like there's an image, right?
Yeah, it's like a...
And it looks really interesting.
Yeah, it's like a...
a
cloud with like a weird kind of like string of... Looks like kites or balloons on it. It's just... Nope.
His movies are so cool because they're so imaginative that you're the whole time... You don't know what's coming because he's created this whole new world for you to be in, and it's like I don't know the rules of this world that we're in right now that he's created. So it's super fun.
I don't need to know anything. I just know it's Jordan Peele.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of looking forward to just going into it blind and
heck yeah, man,
learning what the cool hook is or the premise.
That's the way to do it with Jordan Peele movies, I think. Just go in blind.
I would be remiss if we didn't mention probably what's going to be our favorite movie of next year. Can you guess?
Top Gun?
No. I mean, you're close. You're close.
Mission Impossible?
Mission Impossible 7. Guarantee you that's going to be our favorite movie.
Top Gun and Mission Impossible are coming out this
year. It's the year of Cruise, baby.
Dang, man. He skipped 1 year, and then this year is insane.
Did you see the stunt he was doing for Mission Impossible 7 not too long ago?
The one... with the plane, where he was on the wing.
Yeah, he was like monkeying around on the wing.
This guy's insane, man, and I love him for it.
Like everyone in the country right now with COVID is like trying to be so careful and like walking around in bubble wrap, for good reason. And here's Tom Cruise, just hanging around the wing of a plane,
hanging off the wing of a biplane,
just
crazy, doing what he does, man.
Crazy, man. I cannot wait for that.
John Wick 4 is coming out.
Oh, yeah, dude. Those movies, man, they're so solid.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy how I feel like they've made those movies really quick.
Yeah.
Like it almost feels like every year or every couple of years a new one comes out, and I enjoy all of them. Like I feel like there really hasn't been a dud in the bunch there.
Oh, Damien Chazelle is coming out with a new movie this year.
Oh, what's it called?
It's called Babylon.
Oh, that kind of sounds familiar.
Set in Hollywood during the transition from silent films to talkies, focusing on a mixture of historical and fictional characters. It's got Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Catherine Watterson, Samara Weaving, Tobey Maguire. There we go. I'm really excited. Damien Chazelle hasn't made a movie since 2018 with First Man.
Yeah.
I've loved all of his films.
Yeah.
So he's got A-list cast.
Yeah, it's been a while for him. Okay. Lightyear?
Oh, the Buzz Lightyear.
Kind of looks cool.
Dude, everyone on film Twitter has been like ragging this film and it's just like, you know what? Like, I get it's a bit of a stretch. Like,
yeah,
would I rather them come up with a more original premise? But it's like, they do come up with a lot of original ideas in Pixar. So it's like, why not make a little spin off to Toy Story? Like, if the story's good, the story's good. I don't care,
Yeah.
Have you heard about this? The Marilyn Monroe biopic Blonde by Andrew Dominic.
Yes, I have heard about this.
One of my favorite movies, The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. I heard that he made the movie for Netflix. I heard that the cut he submitted, Netflix refused to put out. And he almost walked away. What? Because it was like, it's based on a biography a book about her that someone wrote that was like very graphic or something. And like, and so he adapted that faithfully. And so it's going to like really dive into, it's not going to be a very, like PG movie.
Right.
And, Andrew Dominic makes
for Netflix to turn it down.
Yeah. And so then he like stuck to his guns and they decided to release it as is, but apparently it's like wild. So I'm curious.
Dang.
It's like kind of I wonder if that was fake and it's just like a marketing strategy. Like, we didn't even want to release this.
Yeah.
But
but we will.
Yeah. But I love The Assassination of Jesse James. That movie so much. Like,
by the coward
Robert Ford.
Yeah.
So I'm on board with any movie he makes.
Yeah. The new Halloween
Kills kind of
Halloween ends
disappointed me, but
time.
I'm open to them getting back on track, so I'll watch it. I don't think it's been officially announced as a 2022 movie, but Killers of the Flower Moon, the new Scorsese
Surely that's not this year, is it? Oh, well, it could be. It could be this year.
It doesn't have an official release date, but I think they're eyeing for this year.
Yeah, I think it could definitely be this year.
That's going to be definitely up there on my must watch.
Sounds like the Devil in the White City is kind of on track now.
Yeah, I think they just cast Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I think so.
So
that'll be interesting.
Oh,
Hocus Pocus 2?
I totally forgot about that.
I was just reminded I saw it just now.
Wow. I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not, man? Why not?
Who's going to hate on that?
No one.
Who's going to sit here with their arms crossed be like, nah,
Hocus Pocus 2? Nah, yeah. I don't think so.
Not even the Grinch would stoop that low.
No. Let's just have fun with it, you know?
Let's just have fun, yeah.
Why not?
Personally, I'm really excited for the new Noah Baumbach film, White Noise.
Yeah.
It's based on a novel I really like, and it's Noah Baumbach.
Yeah.
So
he was the last movie he did was Marriage Story, right?
Yeah.
I loved Marriage Story, even though it was so sad.
Yeah.
It was like,
it was great.
It was really sad, but I thought that was an amazing movie. I felt like, I mean, a lot of people talked about it. It was nominated for a lot of awards and all that stuff. But I still feel like people didn't really give it its due. I felt like it was really, really, really good.
I agree.
Yeah. Kind of interesting that our boy Ben Affleck is coming back for The Flash.
Oh, yeah.
The Flash.
I think because it was like a smaller role, you know.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I'm a fan of Andy Muschietti's It movies.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see what he does with The Flash. What else to wrap it up? We've already talked about this, Disappointment Boulevard, the new Ari Aster film.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
He just keeps hitting homers. I mean,
yeah.
Just let him do his thing. See what happens.
Amen, man. What else? Oh, the new Spider-Verse movie. Did you ever get around to watching Spider-Verse?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
I liked it.
That was a blast.
It was good. It was a blast, and it says part 1.
Yeah, just beautiful animation. Just so unique.
Let's talk a minute about Avatar.
I can see that, dude. The long-awaited sequel.
Let's just talk about it. 13 years. I remember vividly going to see Avatar. Mm-hmm. And then us discussing the fact that they're already like greenlit for multiple sequels.
That came out in 2009?
I don't know, 13 years ago. So whatever 13 years ago is.
I'm pretty sure it was 2009. I was a freshman in high school. So
I remember us sitting in your parents' living room talking about the fact that these movies are not going to come out for, at that point, I think it was 7 years for each.
Yeah.
And I remember us sitting there and being like, I'm going to be this old when this movie comes out. I'm going to be that old when the third one comes out. And us sitting there realizing like, these movies are going to be coming out like for our entire lives.
Yes. This isn't...
When will it come to an end?
This isn't the case of a legacy sequel. This is a case of like, there's been an announced sequel since 2009. And it's taken him...
Since the first one came out.
Here's the thing. It's been so long.
Yeah.
I have gone through so many versions of like my feelings on the sequel, you know?
Yeah.
At first I was excited. Then I bought hook, line, and sinker actually Avatar wasn't very good. It was overrated movie.
Sure.
Then I was like, oh, these sequels are never going to come out. Oh, James Cameron, he's a madman. Why is he focusing on his Avatar sequels? He should be making, all the stuff. And now I'm like, let James Cameron do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I believe in James Cameron so much that if this is what he wants to dedicate his life to,
up to him.
Let him.
It's up to him.
You know what? Here's the thing. Avatar, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
I don't get why people have to convince themselves it was a horrible movie.
I think they have to just keep convincing themselves of something to, tie them over till the next one comes out.
I think nowadays it doesn't have that same like shock, but I remember in 2009
when that came out,
when you put on that new style of 3D, like that was a visually like revelatory film. Like I had never seen anything like it.
It's unbelievable.
And so I think he's trying to do something similar now and like really push the visual boundaries, what he can do creatively. And
can you imagine being the actors that are coming back for that?
I know. Dude, it's been so long. Like his lead actor he cast 2009 is like not a leading man anymore.
13 years. They've been waiting. It's so long.
Dude, what if it just like destroys the box office again?
It probably will.
I know, it's James Cameron.
It probably will. And it's Avatar. Yeah.
Yeah.
It will. I just think that's fascinating. I mean, in line with Richard Linklater.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if he's doing like a Richard Linklater?
Yeah, in line with that sort of thing where it's like, he filmed, for 9 years on like Boyhood, and he filmed the same character growing up like through 9 years of his life, and filmed him aging and doing all this different stuff. It's like, it's interesting in that way where it's like when you've been working on something for so long, it's gotta be, there has to be something to appreciate in it, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think I'm fascinated by the fact that he's been working on it for this long.
Well, there's probably a ton more to mention, but real quick, I'll just mention Don't Worry, Darling, the new Olivia Wilde film.
Oh, yeah.
With Florence Pugh. I think I really liked Booksmart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, me too.
I loved Booksmart.
I did too.
I mean, and this is the movie where Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles' little romance got ignited, it looks like. So,
yep. That's
what
right.
Can you say? Is there anything else you wanted to mention before we kind of wrap up this episode? What do you predict will be your favorite?
I think the new Ari Aster film has a shot of being my favorite. I think Batman has a shot of being my favorite.
Yeah.
I think that Noah Baumbach always has a shot. Roger Eggers always, The Northman looks visually like absolutely stunning. So I think that movie's going to be wild. And
I mean, me, if the new Mission Impossible is on the same level,
of course,
Fallout,
Mission Impossible,
it's pure cinema. Like,
Fallout.
Is it even possible for a Mission Impossible movie not to be good?
I don't know how. And after Fallout, this is how I felt. Mm-hmm. How can the mission get more impossible?
I don't know, man.
Is it finally going to truly be impossible?
They've all been pretty impossible.
No, but you gotta hand it to Fallout.
Yeah.
That was impossible.
Yeah. You know what? I was on the train of like, now they got to take it to space.
Right. Well, that they did, didn't they?
No.
I thought you said I thought that they filmed in space or something.
No.
Where did I hear that?
I think people were just like, when they announced the sequel, people were speculating.
They were like, he's filming, it's got to be space. Yeah.
They're speculating.
The next frontier.
But Christopher McQuarrie was saying something along the effect of like you actually, like, one, they want to film Tom Cruise doing actual stunts, so it's like kind of impossible to do that in space. But then two, he's like, even if we had the possibility to like film him in space for real with a camera, he was like, it would not be as dynamic as you think. Like in Zero Gravity, like it's more interesting to see Ethan Hunt trying to complete these impossible missions with the strong force of gravity pushing against him. Mm-hmm. And like you actually seeing him do that, I was like, yes, 100%. Like that's the right move. Keep it on Earth. You don't need to go moon ranker. You know what I mean?
That is the right move. Keep it on Earth.
Keep it on Earth, baby. Oh man,
the fact that that's an option. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm just getting excited about the movies that are going to come out this year. Yeah, Mission Impossible, man. Always looking forward to those whenever they come out.
And of course, there's going to be movies that aren't even on the radar, don't have release dates. They're going to come out of nowhere and blow us away. And I always love encountering those movies.
Discovering that stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Well, for anyone listening, we're going to be your professional guides to all these movies coming out this year.
That's right.
All the good ones, we're going to let you know. We will not steer you wrong.
No, because we're going to watch the bad ones too.
Yeah. And you know what? It's a new year with new movies, but we're still going to be talking about Heat. It's the one constant in life.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just happy I wasn't the one that brought it up.
That was another episode of The Professional Appreciators. Looking forward to a great year of cinema.
Yeah.
Of some quality films.
Some quality cinema.
Yeah. If you're listening on audio, you can find clips or full segments of the episode on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you can go into the description, find the links to all of the audio, Spotify, Apple, go to our Fireside stream.
Extra stuff that's not even on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're watching this as a YouTube clip and you're like, I need some more of these Heat heads.
Yeah.
Click on the link below.
Some of the references we made earlier will make sense to you if you listen to previous episodes.
That's the hardest part about like clipping out onto YouTube, like a 20-minute segment is like, we'll do a callback. And I'm like, well, we just sound ridiculous because they didn't listen to the first 30 minutes. Hopefully you guys
watched the garlic bread episode.
Yeah. It's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You have to really watch everything to get the full experience.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, we better get on out of here.
Anyway.
It's getting too late.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
All right, guys. See you later.
See you next week.